We're just 1 week away from the WWE Hall of Fame 2024 ceremony taking place after the last Smackdown before we storm into Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where we're 8 days away from WrestleMania 40 taking place in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, the city of early Wub, true Wub, and this is what they gave us. It felt like filler, and I still barely know her. I'm John Renton with my review WWE Smackdown from one of the Mohegan Sun arenas in this great, lengthy, passion-filled country. And this is the one in Connecticut. Shout out to Graham and Alexis. I hope you had a great goddamn time. 10,000 seat capacity, around 7,000 people according to WrestleTix. Tag matches and a closing segment that reminded us that when they want to present a star correctly, boy, will they. So, yeah, Raw recaps, and then we have the Bloodline, Bianca and Dakota arriving. While the Bloodline of Solo, Heyman, and Jim Uso. He is Jim Uso now, by the way, because he referenced himself as Jim Uso one time, and I'm like, he's no longer Jimmy Uso. He is now Jim. There are some who call him Jim. So, Orton and Owens took on Pretty Deadly. I realized I had some housework to do after this, and apparently Logan Paul showed up and KO'd KO with the brass knucks, and Pretty Deadly won. So that just proves that the tag division is fucking dicey and bullshit and everything. And I know some people like them. That's fine. I don't. So, Owens and Orton could have easily chased Logan Paul down, but they didn't. EO pre-tape, she says that Bayley did this for herself and that she wanted to be her friend, but she realized that Bayley was so egotistical and everything, and then they decided to hatch the plan and take her down. And after WrestleMania, she doesn't want to see Bayley again, meaning Bayley almost certainly has to win over EO. Recaps of Bayley, we see actually during this recaps of Bayley just being totally destroyed. And then, by the way, EO apparently saw so many bright lights that she didn't notice that Bayley was standing right off camera and attacked her. And we got into a big cat fight. Nick Aldis says he wants to make SmackDown good, if not great. And here's Jade. Jade is now on SmackDown. And she says the storm is coming. When they want to present a star correctly, they will do that. She looks like a star. This promo was certainly a choice. But whatever. She looks like a star. Damage Control are pissed. Foreshadowing. So much foreshadowing that it's practically blotting out the sun. And Isla and Alba are talking to Nick Aldis, and boy, Isla, good grief. No wonder Nick was distracted. Can you blame him? I mean, can you blame anybody for being distracted by Isla? I don't really know beyond Isla wanting more TV time what the point of this was, but she looked great. So, Styles doesn't want LA Knight in the arena, and Aldis said, I asked him not to be here. B-Fab is still in this group that Lashley has. I don't know why. I just, whatever. The Profits took on Waller in Theory. It was another tournament match, and the winners would face the winner of the following tag match. And later, Cross and Scarlett attacked the VIP room, seemingly because they forgot, Lashley and B-Fab forgot how locks work. And this distracted the Profits long enough, in a very, very long, or it seemed longer than it actually was, but this whole, just feud has been bullshit. And Theory got the victory, whatever. I expected Theory and Waller to win this. And then AOP and Cross and Scarlett show up and stop trying to make the Final Testament happen. It's never going to happen. Rey and Santos recaps, and LWO Hollywood, a.k.a. Santos' part, they're in the ring. He talks about Rey being the greatest until now. Now he is the greatest. And then Ernest Miller came out and beat everybody with his shoes. As hilarious as that would have been, that did not happen. Here is Dominic. He gets a lot of boos. LWO Wolfpack, aka with Rey. And instead of doing a 5-on-5 match, because we all know they're going to interfere, we all know everybody's just going to get in a big old schmoz, and it's going to make the referee look stupid. Instead of doing that, they're doing 2-on-2, and Carlito did not like the fact that Dragon Lee got picked. Carlito's return has been absolute dog shit. I'm sorry. So, we get a brief brawl. Bianca and Naomi are talking, and this is foreshadowing for what's going to happen tonight. Bate and Dunn took on Angel, and hey, Berto. They're calling him Berto. How the fuck can I take this seriously? Tag tournament match, and back-to-back breaks within 3 minutes of each other. Good grief. Why even have a ref when everybody's just hitting moves? This goes for all promotions, by the way. Make your referees seem effective or don't have them. Double slam, it isn't really a Burning Hammer 1, 2, 3. So, the new Catch Republic, I'm just going to call them Bait and Done because that's a really stupid name. They won. They're in the ladder match. While Judgment Day was watching backstage. Thanks for flying in, guys. You're just going to be staring at a television. Recaps of Rock strapping Cody, even off air. The camera is 500% too close to Heyman's face. By Orza, Tribal Chief, it'll be Jay and Solo next week. Okay. And then they talk about Styles and LA Knight. Styles then insults LA Knight, insults the fans, insults the cameraman, says, oh, LA Knight isn't here. And then a fan runs down, a masked fan. That's the thing you do when you try to attack a wrestler, and they plant this, and the camera's just conveniently showing this. The security gets him out of here, and then there's this guy just standing there, the security guy, that is obviously LA Knight, but in a fake wig and glasses. Get him his glasses. He can't see without his glasses. Don't stand so close to bees. And LA Knight takes off the wig and the glasses and beats up Styles, and then basically says, you know, whose game is it? LA Knight. You can't run. Can't run if you want to. You can run, but you can't hide. And then Kidman came out and hit the Shooting Star Press. That would have been funny, even though that theme really didn't fit him at all. Did Billy Kidman and hip-hop fit at all? So, nevertheless, Tiffany is by a pool and references Paris Hilton. The only good thing that Paris Hilton has ever provided on film was getting the shaft through her head in the House of Wax remake. Next week, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, because we're not going to give you guys a WrestleMania payday. KO show with Orton and Zelina and Elektra. The world might implode with the amount of botching that's going to take place there. And then Dakota and Bianca. This was the main event. I said they were going to end up going 10 minutes. It was going to end in a DQ. I was almost right. They rushed through the spots, and I'm not knocking either. You know, Dakota has fought through injuries. Bianca is very good. There were EST chants. There was a nice superplex spot. Bianca folded herself up. And then KOD for 3. And Kairi and Asuka either were supposed to break it up or were supposed to look like they were about to. They either botched it or it was just really, really timed weird. But then we get a bit of a beatdown. Naomi comes down. She gets beaten down because of the numbers advantage. Here's Jade to absolutely no rush. And then she hits Jaded on Kairi. And then folds herself up and licks her hand. And people are going to abuse the fuck out of that goddamn clip. You heathens. I run a clean show. What is wrong with you? And that's it. So we're going to get that 6-woman tag at Mania. Duh. WrestleMania predictions will likely happen sometime after Raw. It's going to be a busy week next week. I got a lot of wrestling to review. I got a couple movies to review. And I have certain things to do, like WrestleMania 40. Both nights. And maybe Stand Deliver. I don't know, though. Metaphor's hosting that goddamn thing, so I might have to skip it for my sanity. That being said, that's the end of Smackdown. Never going to look at those notes again. Agree, disagree what I said? Like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Redland. I'll see you soon.